Today I want to tell you guys how to get into access point mode. It's really simple. All you need to do is hold that boot button as soon as you power on the board, and that'll show you a little Wi-Fi screen for a brief second, and that confirms that you are officially in AP mode. From there, you can connect from any device and access all of the user interface settings. If you hold any other combinations, then you might end up with a black screen or a boot loop. It's very important to hold that boot button after you power on the device and then wait for that screen to come up. It's about 5 to 10 seconds. Once you do that, you open up your phone Wi-Fi, connect to Kairus_config, type in Kairus123, lowercase letters as the password, and then you're in. You can do this from any device. Once you're in, you'll end up in the Basics tab. From here, you change things like your telemetry protocol, which is critical. If you're not seeing any telemetry data, then check that setting. Some other important settings are in advanced, like the displays and rotation. Make sure that your screen type matches whatever screen you're using. Otherwise, you will not have correct screen rendering. Now, if you're trying to get radar functionality with a buddy, it's important to make sure that you have FastLink active with long range on. Make sure your power's up there and you're on the same channel as your friend. Notice at the top there is a live AP screen to select, 1 through 4. You can only have one screen rendering while access point is active. This keeps the system stable and allows you to make changes on the fly so you don't have to reboot between saves. When you order a kit, however many screens that you purchase, that's how many screen ports are enabled from factory. So if you only purchase 2 screens with a kit, that means that screen 1 and 2 are going to be enabled, and then the 3 and 4 are going to be disabled. This makes the system a lot faster. It's removing some of the CPU overhead that it would take to render those screens that you are not using. So if you boot your system and you notice that you have a black screen, this could be one of the reasons why. Another reason why is right here, right below that, is allowed rolls per screen. On this build, I have all ground rolls enabled since I'm not using it in the air. So in this case, if I were to put this on a plane and then I tried to activate PFD, it's not going to render because here it is not enabled. This is a new tab called Telemetry. This is a good way to find out if any of your telemetry data may be acting kind of weird. You can verify any data just by looking at this tab. This is my favorite new thing so far, is the WebDash. This is really cool because you can use this on any device, a phone, a tablet, a laptop, and you can get all of your RC vehicle telemetry right there on your screen. So it's essentially a wireless display. This is really cool because you can screencast this, or you could even screen capture it and then overlay it on top of your own DVR footage. All of these boxes will flash red if you're hitting a threshold. So if your 3S pack dips below 3.3, which is your set threshold, then it starts to flash. Pretty soon we'll be introducing a lap time trigger. This will be a device that you put on your finish line or wherever you want your checkpoint to be. That device will send your lap times directly here. You can connect as many devices as you want up to this. So let's say you have 3 devices, 3 phones, you can connect and have 3 different WebDashes running at the same time. Now you got to be careful which receivers you use when you power this thing. Some users have reported that their RXs are putting out 6 volts. This can lead to boot loops. It will never boot if you are over volting or under volting the board. So it's important to understand your voltage and if that device has a BEC powerful enough to provide that necessary power to the Kairus board. Some things that can help alleviate this are capacitors. If you install a capacitor on the solder pad input on the back of the board, this can help level out the power fluctuations and solve any brownouts that may occur.